Welcome one, welcome all. Level up. The SOS interface
Looks like you
reveals,
forgot.
resolves, rectifies, and releases patterns.
Once again,
Life energy which disrupts
how powerful you are.
to efficiently and effectively manifest. We always start with the effect. The spiritual manifesting kingdom. Present effect. This would be the position that lends to the if only scenario. Our ability to create our mind's desires. So when we're not able to create our mind's desire because the conditioning and the behavior response patterns are more in control, and don't you know that's just how it goes? The shadow side of the mind's desire. No secrets. Shh, no secrets. It's all here for you to wrap your beautiful minds around. Channel 14 of the 24, the mind. So here we look at the effect first. All right, and we go from right to left because that's the proper flow. Don't you know? And if you don't, you research it, find it, and prove me wrong. So let's see what we have here. Speaking to the inner spiritual manifesting kingdom. What is the main complaint? That's the main complaint is I'm not able to shuffle my cards. Speaking to the effect, the main complaint always found in the if only scenario. We want to know here. So this is the effect of the collective conscience. You know, sometimes it goes and sometimes it doesn't. We have the High Priestess in the effect key position. We have the Eight of Wands. Carries all genetic information. Channel 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8. These are the wands I was talking about. You got to lay them down. King of Pentacles is here. King of Wands. And Temperance. Look, this is major arcana. Speaking to the inner spiritual manifesting kingdom. In the effect position. Channel 8, the reproductive organ system. Channel 8 is the reproductive organs of the body. It's the ability to attract and create. This card typically is about messages coming in. Wands are all about information. Our genetic legacy. According to tarot readers, they're messages, right? So what messages are you sending out? And how are these messages? What intentions, ideas, thoughts? Attracting. Coming in what fast and furious. Attracting? You know, you're always sending out messages. Your body is constantly sending out electromagnetic wave pulses. And you're going to attract people, places, circumstances, and events into your life that resonate, respond to those vibrations. I don't know what you're vibing, but the messages that are going out is about being creative. And the electromagnetic heat signature of those patterns are constantly pulsing out into the universe. Yeah, just like that, you know. So, speaking to Channel 8, are the messages that you're receiving and the messages that you're sending supporting this creative process of Channel 8 so that you can bring new life? Efficiently creating the new buds. See all the buds on here? Look at that, you see? Reproducing and effectively regenerating our mind's desire. What's growing in your life? What you got growing? What you got growing on? Well, this is Channel 14. Right there, right? Dar, that's 14. And 14 is the mind. You got your mind straight? Is your mind of one accord? Are the messages that you are broadcasting serving you with precision? Are they in agreement with the universal mind who's pouring life into you? You are the vessel. We are the vessel. It's pouring life into us, the divine. Our mind, do we have the mind of Christ? Temperance, the mind of Christ, the Christ consciousness. Do you want to get? Do you have the patience of a saint? All these wands, these messages, are you able to utilize them and bring new life? Efficiently. Channel 8. Regenerating. What's your mind focus on? Your mind's desire. Do you realize that you are the vessel? Channel 14 and Channel 8. Moving from the inner spiritual manifesting kingdom now, we now shift gears to the physical manifesting kingdom. All right, also in the effect, the shadow side. The if only, where we find the main complaint. The do want, don't get. Do want temperance. Don't get it. Do want the mind of Christ. Don't get it. Do want divine messages to come in and support my creative process, Channel 8. I do want to bring new life into existence that's in accord with my mind's desire. Do want, don't get, effect position. I do want the King of Wands, the emotionally stable, nurturing, masculine energy to be expressed and embraced. I do want that for me. I don't get it. I do want the King of Pentacles. You know, the stability that comes financially when you're emotionally stable, a lot of good things can happen. But at this juncture, this is saying there's need for temperance here. That's all the do want, don't get. What's the don't want? If that's the do want, right? What's the don't want? What's the don't want, do get? Mm-hmm. We do want temperance. We do want the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. And we do want to be creative and have the mind of Christ and be able to manifest, don't you know? All right. Settle down, ladies. Settle down. Got some party girls in the house. It's me, myself, and I, truth be told. Speaking to the effect shadow side, what we actually experience. The don't want and the do get is the ordinary. Channel 19. Yeah. Skin. What is ordinary? What is more ordinary than the skin we're in? Being ordinary. Channel 19 speaks to boundaries. Don't want, do get. Speaks to being bored. Mind of Christ. With your own identity. Being ordinary. These are some of the shadow aspects of the present effect position on the physical manifesting kingdom. Everybody's got skin. Pretty ordinary. Being ordinary is being in the skin you're in. Well, skin represents where you begin and end. Your boundaries. Shadow side of skin is being lost. It's your identity. It's where your identity begins. Lost in the skin you're in. And the outside world ends. How ordinary is that? Everybody is in skin, right? But 19 is talking about your identity. Is this identity linked to the cause and the core? You bet it is. This is where the truth lies. In the core and in the cause. Not that this isn't true. This is true. Of course it's true. Right? It's the human experience. It's the soulful experience. It's the experience of a soul. It's the signature of the soul. Don't you know? So we look at this. Do want, don't get. Don't want, do get. So that's a don't want. It's about claiming your identity and maintaining. It's being lost. Healthy boundaries. You see, being lost in the skin you're in. Effect answers to what? What is made is echoed from intent. Well, what causes this effect? Well, let's look at the cause, okay? Let's look at the mind's desire first. Speaking to the how and why. Okay. The inner spiritual manifesting kingdom. The mind's desire. What is our will? What is our intention? Oh my God. From here, the shadows are cast. Speaking of shadows, we have the tower on the bottom of the deck. I tell you. Is this the mind's desire? It's definitely not the tower. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's just what we need, right? Maybe that's exactly what we need. Speaking to the cause, key position of the inner spiritual kingdom, the mind's desire. So let's look at the skin. Just did a good shuffle. The mind's desire. Wow. We've got the Queen of Swords. And we've got the Four of Wands. The mind's desire. Well, the Queen of Swords certainly fits that. The ability to meet pressure with pressure. It's all about the mind, the intellect, your thoughts. And to do so with courage. So the mind's desire is to be sharp, right on, and that's who you are. The capacitance to endure and take pride. That's channel 13 up here. In all that you are, that you do. 13. And that you have. Is the adrenals. And it's all about having the capacitance to meet pressure with pressure, right? Well, that's a Queen of Swords, don't you know? So in the cause, the mind's desire is 13, to be able to meet pressure with pressure, the capacitance and courage and pride. Mind's desire. Not having that, right? Not having that not manifesting that, having that squelched, being met with conflict at a young age, introducing the stress pattern, and not being able to have the capacitance, feeling inadequate. This is channel 13, adrenals. Feeling inadequate, not having the capacitance to meet the pressure in your life, whatever it was. At a young age, that pattern was established, that you became familiar with not having the capacity, being inadequate, at whatever level that is. But the Queen of Swords, that's not who she is. That's not who the Queen of Swords is. The Queen of Swords is very adequate, has quite the capacitance. Except when the stress pattern, the courage, is operating to execute her mind's desire. And when these channels become emotionally charged, meet with this emotional impact at such a young age, creates a heat signature at the cellular level, anchoring in the stress pattern. So you have this great emotion, and it's in conflict with your mind's desire. But the body is stimulated. The cellular systems are stimulated by the hormonal discharge. You know, we're talking adrenals here, with the emotional discharge and the inadequacy to be able to deal with the pressure as a young child. This is about shame. You know that voice? Adrenals is about shame. Keeps you doubting yourself. Shame, shame, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. You'll never amount to this, you know, and the pressure builds and the capacitance to try and steals energy. You know, face that shame. Takes a lot of courage. Reduces our endurance. That's Queen of Swords, channel 13. Also, in the cause position, we had the Four of Wands come out. Mind's desire. Just real stability, fun, having a good time, celebration. That's the Four of Wands. Channel 4. Channel 4, the stomach. The stomach. Happiness. The ability to digest life circumstances. Were you able to digest life circumstances at that young age when you first met with the conflict in your life that created such an emotional response in you? You couldn't discharge it, and the electromagnetic frequencies of that pattern, that emotion, that action, that function, that malfunction, all of that at one time. Was it a happy experience? No, that's what you wanted. That's what your mind desired. Absolutely correct. Life should be celebrated. The conflict that stole this moment of your life, when this emotional pattern of not being able to digest life circumstances, so very unhappy, of not having the capacitance, channel 13, not being recognized as the Queen of Swords, the brilliance that you were, instead being shamed. And instead of celebrating you, channel 4, instead of assisting you and helping you digest life circumstances, it ends up, you know, with this terrible indigestion. We end up with terrible indigestion, channel 4. What's eating at you, you know? This is happy. You know, this is happy. The Four of Wands is happy. Channel 4, the emotion is happy. You know, you got a belly full of food, you're happy. Your stomach is happy. You can digest life, you're happy. Nothing's eating at you, you're happy. That's cause for celebration. That's channel 4. That was your mind's desire, but that's not what you got, is it? That's not what that's the mind's desire, but that's not what you got.
Looks like you forgot.
Then do
once again.
Created
how
this
powerful you are.
But what happened when that electromagnetic energy went flying through the cells of your various 24 channels? And the signature of the soul. And that heat signature left its residue electromagnetically and established its function. Anchoring in the stress pattern in the core. In the mind, it wasn't your desire to experience that conflict. It's the drag on your life, what we affectionately call the dragon. The cells definitely got stimulated, though, so we tame that dragon. You qualify it and say, I don't like it. But the cellular authority can't qualify it. The cells can only respond quantitatively. So if it's a mild, you know, charge, emotional, you know, you can laugh it off maybe. But if it's a serious emotional charge where you're neglected and abused and you're shamed and you're just a child, well, yeah, you know, you're not happy, and that goes on again over and over again. The cells respond to that charge. The cells are responding in a way to the stimulation of the pressure that is coming on you with the very structure of your life. Created in the effect, the if only. Being created. being created from the shadowy past, creating boundaries, answers to the how and why, false, invisible belief system. That's the cause side, false, invisible belief systems, where you forced to believe what was comfortable for you, familiar, because the body was stimulated by it. So the body, once it comes back to peace, after all that happens, right? Speaking to the authority of the physical manifesting kingdom, abused, right? I don't know, but it happens every day. So the cells of the body get stimulated by the emotional charge, and it creates this behavioral response mechanism that allows you to deal with that process, or whatever it is that you're going through, and move on, find homeostasis again. Well, your knees aren't shaking, and your mind isn't racing, and you don't feel like you're going to throw up, and you're back to life. It's the egg moment. You lay another egg, life goes on. So whatever it was in the cause that created this emotional behavioral response mechanism that established this stress pattern that was in conflict with your mind's desire and your soul pattern, the plan for your life, what you know, who you are and what you want to do and what your purpose is, what your state of being is. See, that's the first construct of consciousness, state of being. You may be doing much and having little. We're going to look at the cause here. Moving from the cause, mind's desire, to the shadow side of the cellular authority. Okay, but for this collective right now, what is the false invisible belief system that I could shuffle cards and leave my rings on? All right, what is the false invisible belief system for the collective? What is answered by the how and why? What is the behavioral response mechanism that makes us so comfortable? What is answered by the how and why? Makes us so comfortable with the past. From the unseen breath, doesn't want to go that way. All motion is set. All right, these are the cause position. The tower. Wanted to show. And so the body's conditioning, the false belief system, is that you're comfortable with the tower. This is what you know, your life being shaken down to its very foundations, again and again and again. Channel 16. Suddenly lightning strikes, reminding us of the one constant, change. Channel 16, this is 16, the kidneys. The kidneys are all about fear. Fear that destroys our peace. So, yeah, I'd be afraid too if I had somebody shaming me and abusing me and bringing all this pressure against me as a young innocent. Forces a change, right? And brings the tower moment. Tearing down my world. Setting it on fire, destroying it, right? But look. Kidneys purify fear. There's a peace dove there. And bring peace. See? There's a peace dove there. And it's for your highest good. It always is. It doesn't look like it in the moment. We don't have to stay there. There's beauty for ashes. There's a promise in that, you see? Oh my gosh, look what's underneath it. Underneath it, we have the chariot, channel 7. Mastery of the light. Channel 7 is the lungs. And the shadow. It's about being able to transmute the invisible and bring it into a physical dimension. That's channel 7. It's being able to use the invisible energies. When channel 7 is resonating with the fibs, the false invisible belief system, frequencies of old, and how that energy takes on form. It's about the exchange of life energy. It's about vaporizing that which does no longer serve us. We breathe it in, we breathe it out. It's gone. It's about the exchange. Exchanging the conditioned response for the mind's desire. Channel 7 is the monotony. It's the ordinary. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. Are you able to make that exchange again and again and again? Are you able to be refreshed spiritually? That's the high benefit. That's the emotional benefit of channel 7, the lungs. Exchanging the shadow for the light. And it's a chariot, of course, because it happens so fast. And we're not in control. We're the riders, and we try to be in control, but the breath just goes. And the mind's desire succumbs to the conditioned response. But we've got this false invisible belief system that is rooted in fear because we weren't able to filter the horror and trauma out of our lives. We weren't able to filter the shame. Unable to take action. We weren't able to refuse. Transmute those energies. Unable to make the exchange. So we create this effect, right? It's time we push back. Push is the action required when channel 19 the mind's appears. Desire is to be happy. Just when we think, maybe things are getting better, it comes all apart again. Well, that's what we're familiar with. That's what the conditioning is. So on the subconscious, preconscious, unconscious level, that's what happens again and again and again. We attract electromagnetically from this place into the future, the people, the places, the circumstances, and events. Give us the if only scenario, right? If only I wasn't so ordinary. If only I had all of this, that, and the other. Well, we see the cause, we see the effect. What's the core issue here? Let's look at the South Node before we go to the core. This is where we're coming from, right? This is a deeper look, maybe some wisdom that we can glean from wisdom of the Buddha. What can I tell you? As it relates to this cause position, right? So, we're the collective, all right? You are fine just the way you are. Every moment is perfect because of this cause-effect relationship. This is not about getting down on yourself and you know, casting shame or blame and bringing more pain. We don't do the shame, pain, blame game here. We don't do shoulda, woulda, coulda either, okay? Those are not part of the constructs of our 64-bit reality. So if you want to operate in this realm and do so with mastery, then you have to know that every moment is perfect. Even these moments in the past that created this stress pattern. You know, it's beauty for ashes. That's what it is. You get beauty for ashes, and you're going to see that. I'm going to show it to you. Speaking to the South Node. This is my oh my gosh card. Look, it's 16.
Unobstructed success.
It's 16. The kidneys. This correlates exactly.
Unfailing accomplishment.
To the tower.
Oh my gosh, right. Don't you see why? It's my oh my gosh card.
16.
We're fearless. Channel 16, kidneys. Power
right.
of action.
All right, let's see what this has to say to us, right?
Bringing peace. Lasting peace.
So this is the Buddha guardian of the North. Why are you in the South sky, Mr. Buddha? Hey, he's traveling. He's coming just to give you a special message all the way from the North sky. This is saying, 16, cultivating a well-rounded personality brings fearlessness. Oh, don't you know? Channel 16, we were speaking to Channel 16, where we thank you, Mr. Buddha. Thank you for that. It just is too perfect. Channel 16, kidneys.
In the cause key position, and also in the South Node.
That's what it is, kidneys, fear. But you don't have to fear. You purify. How do you purify?
You bring the tower.
Well, don't you know?
Channel 16.
The kidneys purify.
Let all that you do
and the kidneys
be done.
Allow you to refuse
in love
and filter. What about the terror and phobia? Terror and phobia. That's actually the malfunction of kidneys. All right? Shut it down. Tower. Bring the tower if you have to. Bring the tower to those people, places, circumstances, and events.
Bring divine love.
That
divine action.
That poison you.
Bring forgiveness.
Right? Fear is poisonous. You know, why choose fear when you can choose love?
Choose love, indeed.
Of course you can choose love. Love is all there is. That's the space that we're in. Don't you know? The whole universe is made of love. That's all there is. If it wasn't, we'd have a very different existence. All the abundance around us, the blessings. We all have everything.
There is no need in love. Only choices.
As within, so without. As above, so below.
Choose wisely.
All right. Channel 13, pressure. The ability to have the capacitance to be adequate with the courage and pride to meet pressure with pressure. 16, to refuse the poison, the toxicities.
Take power of action.
Right, that's on the cost side. You weren't able to do that as a child.
But now that we see it for
You've
what
got
it
double
is,
16s. Can you look at that?
We can make better choices.
Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Buddha of the North. So he sits in the South, guarding the North. Whoa. That's incredible to me.
We now shift gears and move into
so in the core,
the eternal now. Here we find the plan for your life versus the plan against your life, your strengths versus your weaknesses, and your soul pattern versus the stress pattern.
So the overall message.
Speaking to the core, key position of the inner spiritual manifesting kingdom.
That's a 2. It's the heart.
The action of the heart is to run.
Channel 2. Channel 2 is the heart. The heart runs the body. It creates synchronization, creates harmony. It's also the vessel of love. But when that love is denied and that inner voice is squashed, you don't get the harmony. You don't get the synchronization in your life. Because the belief system is the inner voice that's speaking to us from the past is telling us that this is what we're familiar with. The tower. But we're going to rise up and fly out of there. Right? Oh, yeah. Don't you know? Inner voice. That inner voice only speaks to you from this core position, meaning this is the voice you can trust. This voice is the effect voice, is the if only voice. It's the voice of trauma. It's the effect of all of the past conflict. This voice you can't trust because this is the false invisible belief systems that you were taught, the conditioning. Yeah, you have your mind's desire. The belief systems that are established here, the false invisible belief systems that create this effect of a do want, don't get, and a don't want, do get. Those voices you cannot trust.
The inner voice speaks.
You can learn from them, and we do, but it's in the core.
Where truth is found.